Thank you very much, moderator, and also IGAD. It means IGAD. IGAD is an intergovernmental authority on development, which is in East and Horn of Africa, which composes of 8 member states and a home of 292 million people and hosting for 4.5 million refugees and 18 million IDPs, internally displaced population. We work closely also, we are also working very closely with EGRIS, that is Expert Group on Refugee and IDP and Stateless Statistics, which is a UN Commission expert group. And for my topic today is about what data do you trust, and more specifically when we talk about the national statistics on refugee and why they matter. Therefore, as a government, we want to look at which data do we trust for the decision making. And in this forum, inclusive policies on refugees, IDPs, and stateless persons require not only data, but the data that the government and the member states trust. Having said so, I want to just say that good quality and relevant national statistics are therefore central for any successful implementation of the Global Compact on Refugees and also the national development plans of the different member states. As I speak about this, today I just want to mention that countries and the international communities really have made a lot of progress towards, the improvement of IDP and stateless statistics. And since 2020, I want just to mention that, first of all, that the progress, 50 countries have been able to include national statistical programs that also includes IDP and statelessness statistics, including also the refugees, and have taken a lot of steps towards strengthening the work through implementing the recently endorsed international statistical recommendation on IDP, refugees, and also stateless statistics. As you look here, there are so many existing momentum that has already been growing, and people have been collecting data using surveys, census, administrative data sources, and other alternative sources. And this combination is very important as we look into designing the implementation of inclusive policies. From the region where I come from, that is in East and Horn of Africa, I want to mention that countries have been leading towards including the refugees in the different data collection mechanism, including the national demographic health surveys, for example, Uganda, and then Kenya has also been in the forefront, whereby they have also included the component on refugees in the first census that they did in 2019, and therefore was able to bring out the issues of the refugee stocks. Somalia also is already taking leadership in terms of also incorporating the displacement within the national strategy for the development of statistics. When you look at these pictures, you can find out that most of them, one is in terms of census from South Africa, the other one is also coming from the census in Ethiopia, and the other one in Colombia. And therefore, it means that as we talk about the different aspects of data collection, they are also in different regions. Having said that, if you look at this picture here, it's about the expert group on refugee and IDP statistics who have been tracking the global progress towards the implementation and strengthening of the refugee, IDP, and stateless statistics, and you will find out that it's only a quarter of the member states of the world, that is around 50 member countries, have made progress. Now coming to the region, I just want to mention that at the region level, it's also very important to look at this picture. We have two pictures. The first one is in terms of some of our experts at the regional level, and the other one is our experts within the global level. It is important just to mention that regional and international cooperation has an added value of coordination and collective learning across the member states. bringing together many countries and other organizations together at the regional and the international level, whereby it helps to build many cases to accelerate the progress, as oftentimes similar challenges are always looked at, similar challenges and hurdles are always faced in the different displacement contexts, but they're always the same. At the regional level, where I come from, IGAD, we have been able to establish a regional technical working group, which its mandate has been to strengthen the administrative data sources, to strengthen the issues of harmonization of data and methodologies, and also to be a capacity building effort, bringing together all the actors at the member states level and also at the partners level to advocate and facilitate the regional harmonization of data system, including the concept, definitions, and methodology. If I can mention one, recently we have been able to have 4 technical working groups whereby we have been able to come up with harmonization guidelines that guide all the member states at the IGAD region in terms of the conceptualization and understanding the different methodologies and concepts and definition. And secondly, also bringing the experts together to develop a report so that at that particular moment, you are also able to capacity build the different member states. Given the clear recognition that refugees and IDPs are often most disadvantaged migrants, the one of the most left behind group is the refugees, and therefore at the IGAD Regional Migration Data Technical Working Group, the displacement statistics is also prioritized as it remains one of the issues that really affect the region. Beyond the regional cooperation, international and inter-regional cooperation is also very important. And IGAD, as a building block of Africa Union, cooperates on statistics through an institute of statistics called StatAfrique with other members and regional bodies across the African continent, whereby we are able to harmonize the different displacement statistics. And through EGRIS, with stakeholders from around the world, this has also enabled us to really feed into critical resources, for example, the guidance and capacity development materials, but also facilitating further learning and exchanges at global forums like the International Forum for Migration Statistics and all EGRIS members meeting that brought the opportunity for the different member states to be able to look into the different practices that are happening. For example, who else in statistical officers team, for example, from Kurdistan and Kosovo, Norway and Nigeria, Norway, Okay. Sorry. It's okay. Okay, I will. It's okay. Okay, I was speaking about the benefits of the intra-regional cooperation and collaboration. And for example, when we add the all members of EGRIS workshop that happened in Addis Ababa, which brought over 50 countries across all the world, or the globe. And this forum, the member states were able to share experience in terms of the implementation of the displacement statistics, and specifically speaking about refugees. And who ever imagined that Kurdistan and Kosovo, Norway and Nigeria, and then Colombia and Chad, and Djibouti and Sweden will meet and discuss some of the details of their work to improve the displacement statistics. As I speak, it is very important to underscore that the quality and availability of refugee statistics is very important for us, as we also track the issues of the Global Compact for Refugee and also looking into the national development plans. The last slide here also speaks about the issues of the data availability and the importance of monitoring the commitment that we have been doing. Lastly, I just want to bring to your attention that I would like to emphasize the connection between the national statistics offices and the effort to monitor the implementation of some of these global frameworks, like a global GCR, that is the Global Compact for Refugees, and the SDG, that is Agenda 2030, which are very important in terms of the development frameworks. And IGAD has also been able to establish a result framework to monitor the progress at regional level, which is also mapped with what we are speaking about here in terms of the Global Compact on Refugee. And being able to monitor the progress towards establishment of these goals is very important. As you look at this presentation or the PowerPoint, you can see that out of the 16, we have 2 which has already are red. And one of them is in terms of the poverty and in terms of returnees and with documentation. And these are, which means that, yes, data is not adequate, and there is an effort that continues to ensure that the data can be got. But as we do this, remember that where does this data come from? This data should also come from, amongst other, the official statistics, and therefore the National Statistical Organization are also very important towards the execution of availability of data. For example, taking this GCR, you can see that poverty and legal documentation, civil registration, and statistics are primary and relevant data sources that can be utilized in terms of looking at the whole perspective or the broad spectrum of the refugees. Therefore, as I conclude, statistical inclusion is therefore not only part and parcel of implementation of commitment by countries to improve the livelihood of refugees, but also as a source of accountability. Thank you very much.